Good morning. Okay, now it's cold, but that doesn't mean you can't respond. So, good morning. Much better. I know that you're awake now. So I was glad when they said unto me, "Let us go into the house of the Lord." And it's a beautiful day, a little bit chilly. Miss Betty put on her velour dress today because she said it was warm. So anyway, so we know it's cold when she wears that for the first time. A number of announcements I've got to make, so just bear with me, please. Number one, the United Methodist Women have a bake sale today. They've sold some of their things, but there are a number of things that are available. Let me just give you some examples. Miss Charlotte's famous chicken puffs are available. We have cakes, pies, spiced tea, brownies, Chex Mix, and for those of you guys that don't want to cook for Thanksgiving and Christmas, these things freeze. So pick them up so your lady won't have to buy the pies and cakes for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So don't forget, immediately after the service, please go straight over to the fellowship hall and they'll be available. Number two, the Finance Committee will meet this afternoon at 4 o'clock. We'll probably be meeting in the library, so just come directly to the library for the Finance Committee meeting. Our cornucopia is filling up. Please bring canned goods and bring them either to the fellowship hall or to the Narthex. With Christmas and with Thanksgiving coming up, more and more of our people here in the community need the additional food. So help us stack cans and other items that are non-perishable, so we'll have those available. Number four, don't forget Wednesday night programs. We have one this week, then we're going to skip one and have the additional one afterwards. You can find out for sure that Jonah is more than a fishtail. So come and be with us if you would be available for that. Number five, the info sheet is in your materials. If you could please make sure you get that out, and if you would fill that out and put it in the collection plate or put it as you go outside today. This is as we go into the process of the directory for next year, this will indicate that you've changed your email, that you've changed your phone, whatever the case may be. So please fill these out and get us to so we can have them in the church office. Let's see. Rob, I think, has an announcement at this time from the Staff Parish Committee.
Good morning. I'm the chairman of the SPRC, and in case most of you or some of you don't know what that means, I attended church here for about 2 years before I knew what it meant, and now I'm the chairman. So that tells you a little bit about what happens. It's the Staff Parish Relations Committee. Some churches have PPRC, and some churches have SPRC. We have SPRC because we not only have a pastor, but we also have staff. And our primary responsibility is to manage and advise in regards to the staff of the church. And you can see the staff is listed on the back of your bulletins this morning, so that's significant, I guess you'd say. And so that's the primary responsibility of the Staff Parish Relations Committee, and we have done that for this year, and we are just about finished with our time together. But we have something that we prayed about and that we've developed over the last few months that is very significant to us. And that is that we have decided to combine the youth director with also the children's director, whom we don't have right now, into one position, a salary position called Children Youth Coordinator. And we are going to be beginning our search for that position beginning immediately. And we're going to try to find someone who can primarily do two things we're looking for. The two major responsibilities are going to be to coordinate Sunday morning with children and youth, and also Wednesday evening with children and youth. We solicit your prayers that you would pray that we find the right individual to lead this, because as Pastor Greg has demonstrated through many of his messages to us, he is really, really intent upon building on the children and youth in our church. And we see that as very significant going ahead into the next year and the years beyond. So if you would join us in prayer so that we can find the right individual to take on that salaried position, we would really, really appreciate it. And if you know of someone that you think might be qualified, that might be interested in something like that, please see either me or Mark Chase or Billy and Pastor Greg and as a reference to that individual, and we would appreciate that also. We're excited about what we're doing going forward, and we're looking forward to not just next year, but the years beyond. But I just wanted to make that announcement so you're all aware of it. Hopefully soon we'll have a person that fills that position, and we're just really excited about what God is doing. So thank you, Billy.
We have a number of birthdays this week. Today's birthday is Miss Chris Dupuis. Monday, Scott Campbell, Marcy Bush, Jack Lacaz. On Tuesday, just for your information, Mr. Lamont Gerald, Miss Yvonne's father, will be 97 on Tuesday. So we pray that he'll be feeling well when they go to give a birthday party for him, Miss Yvonne. So we also have birthday for Blake McMicken, and Thursday is Ronnie Hall. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, if you're not watching the Saints game like Mr. Richard, for those of you who are not watching that game, not that Richard, another Mr. Richard, or unless you two, that one too. So, okay, if you would like to come to the church, we'll be doing our Christmas shoeboxes. Miss Linda has a number of things all lined up so that she'll bring them to the fellowship hall, and the goal is over 200 shoeboxes this year, which means that she's got most of the material, but we don't necessarily have $10 per box for the shipping. So she's got about 500 in the till for that, and we're hoping that we'll have gifts from the congregation for about 1,500 to ship those boxes. So please remember that at 2 o'clock. Just as a note, next Sunday, I'll have the list of Bridgeway gift individuals with us. You know, we always sponsor the residents of Bridgeway by giving a birthday party for Jesus, and so I'll have that list next week. So if you're interested in getting one, Miss Sherry, let me know and I'll save you one, okay? So, okay, super. The United Methodist Men, Thursday night, we're having a dinner, so bring your own desserts and bring desserts. And you may bring your spouse. Is that way? Okay, super. Okay, I'll go back to the very first. If you're listening to us by live stream or by radio station WRJW, we're worshiping from First United Methodist Church here on beautiful downtown Picayune on Hall Avenue. So we would, of course, make sure that you're in town and would like to visit with us. Please do so. So unless there are any other announcements, we are excited that you're here, where our hearts, doors, and minds are always open.
We would like to welcome Laura Ingram Samilian. She's always Laura Ingram to us. She was in the children's choir, the youth choir. She graduated and went her way and has made her way in the world. And she is our own, and she's back to sing for us. And I ask that Laura just share a little bit before she sings. So welcome Laura back home to her home church. Thank you.
Well, this is a sight for sore eyes to see everybody here today, and I'm really happy to be back in town and appreciate the welcome from Ms. Linda and Ms. Betty and all of y'all. I came here not just to see my mom and my family and friends, but I did a concert this week with the Historical Society of music from the early 1800s. And part of that was playing this instrument that's sitting here in front of me. For those who are listening instead of watching, it is called a harmonium. It is actually a small organ, a preacher organ, a mission organ from the old times. And those of you who might have one of the big organs, the foot pump organs in your family, this is a smaller version of that. As the missionaries traveled, these organs will get smaller and smaller. And this one is a tabletop one. So now, instead of pumping it with my feet, pump it with my hand. So bear with me, breaking it into this space, but I'd like to share a good old spiritual song or two with y'all with this organ. Jail doors open and they walk out. Keep your hand on the plow. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your hand on the plow. Hold on. Now